Welcome back. For some reason, we're back on the second level. This screenshot is going to look very similar to half the YouTube screen caps that we have right now, but that's fine. Who would like to explain how we've ended up here?
How much?
I can give it a shot.
All right, go for it.
So we actually have a very good reason for being back up here. It is because at the beginning of last episode, Big Bumble sort of bumbled through his door and out of his room. And after seeing a giant black bear stumbling towards us in a half-starved rage, we all decide to split and run. And we tried to also bring our captive boggart from the next room over as well, so Big Bumble didn't eat him, so we would still have our captive that we needed alive for the quest. After trying to get everyone out without interacting with Big Bumble, we kind of had a face-off in the main hallway, where Hal very heroically and not scared at all of the giant black bear staring him down, stared back at him, and managed to intimidate Big Bumble into just eating the already dead corpses instead of trying to make new ones. Hal definitely did not pee himself. It's just sweat during that. It was a very vigorous running. This is just sweat. That's all it is. And then we came back upstairs so we could figure out what to do with Big Bumble now that he was loose. And also interrogate our captive a little bit. And after quite the interesting interrogation, after quite the interesting interrogation, and also not seeing Big Bumble leave the catacombs or the vaults, we decided the Chalruka were going to keep an eye on the boggart while we went back down, hopefully avoiding Big Bumble and exploring the final half of the vault. The side where Alec went into and no one has heard from since. So yeah, hopefully we won't find his body.
Hopefully. I think that covers pretty much everything. Yeah, feel free to help yourself to a hero point for that. Everyone else, one hero point each. Any other bookkeeping before we get started? Yeah, no, nothing else. So, if I'm not mistaken, the exact moment we paused was when we finished interrogation. And everyone was deciding what to do. Sophie was still keeping a watch from the arrow slit to see if anyone emerged from the tunnels. But what was everyone else up to?
I think Kagos was. Seth was fucking with Hal about being scared.
I think Kagos was treating Sophie's wounds in preparation for going back down.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
And Hal and Levis were making sure the Chalruka didn't fuck around with the boggart too much while we were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think you came to some
Bogart
agreement
doesn't
with
kill.
Scorp.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's get started then. What's everyone doing?
Right.
Back
Back down.
Shall we? Yeah, let's head back down. Try to see where Big Bumble's at.
we leave a light down there?
Don't torches like burn out in an hour anyway?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Levis and Hal need to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Is that who has
I
the torches
will
normally?
Yeah.
All right.
bring
Hey
out
Levis,
my
you
torch.
mind if I hold the torch this time?
Oh, sure. I'll hand you the torch that I just lit.
Thanks. It's sometimes tricky with the tight corners, not being able to see at all.
Ah, well, as long as you could hold it, because I'll need light as well.
Well, you could both hold a torch.
We'd be using 2 torches.
Well, I
Well,
have plenty more if we need it.
So, let's go down.
All right. You already subtracted a torch from yours?
Yep.
All right.
So before we set out, I just have a quick question. Y'all have been adventuring for quite a few days now, had a few sleepless nights, so to speak, in not very comfortable beds. How's everyone doing? Mentally and like appearance wise. What do your characters look like and feel like right now?
So Levis is probably used to this, like being on the road a lot, just due to his background. But he definitely looks very dirty, very dusty.
Okay.
Al is just covered in blood stains. A lot of them are his, few of them are not. His armor has tons of nicks and cuts in it. And he smells as bad as Kagos did at the very beginning of the adventure. I would say at this point, with all his close encounters with like the slime and the wargs and the grave shells and the
Mhm.
boggarts and a
Okay.
little bit of sweat.
And he,
Just a little bit of pee now too.
I imagine that Kygos' looks about the same as we began. Because, once you're a certain level of dirty, you can't really get dirtier.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, he's probably pretty worn out.
Okay.
Because there's a lot, he's been afraid a lot. But been brave. Because friends. And Sophie, I don't know enough about Sophie's backstory.
Yeah, Sophie will have to just imagine. I imagine she's also looks very beat up right now.
Originally all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
and
far
like,
as tiredness, I would think Kagos sleeps about as well as he normally does. So
hmm I also imagine everyone's clothes are absolutely riddled with holes because healing doesn't stitch clothes back together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's all falling
Oh,
apart.
also, Hal's energy comes from the fact that this is pretty much his first adventure, so he is too excited to feel tired, though he is absolutely exhausted.
Makes sense. Kind of. All right. Thank you for that. No reason in particular. Just asking. What is the marching order to get into, to get back down?
I think
Um,
Hal, Kagos,
Sophie and then Levis.
yeah.
Okay. Whoops. Kagos disappeared. Hal, Kagos. Okay, before I zap everyone down there, anything else you want to take care of up here?
to refill on sling bullets from this rubble pile that I'm now standing on.
Okay. Also, is all the healing that we need to do done?
I mean, we would have to wait another hour. because
Yeah, Sophie.
Hmm.
and everyone else is just about full health. So
I think we're good.
Okay.
Sophie's in the back anyhow.
Activate scene. All right. We are standing. Well, let me hide Nyx for now. We can reveal her later if we need to. Her, him. I actually don't know what Nyx is. So yeah, you are outside the entrance / exit. Who knows?
Al, I'm gonna need you to put on the lights.
you got it.
Well,
I
no, that was me in game, but like out of game with your token. Because remember we
oh
already did that.
yeah yeah I have light. It should be emitting.
I don't see it on mine.
I
No,
think
but
you're emitting light.
Yeah.
oh, I was technically in the other, technically not on the map, which is why.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's not enough
Okay,
space for
okay, yeah,
you.
it
Yeah.
works now.
Let's move up.
Yeah.
Alright. Um, do I see or hear any trace of Big Bumble before we go too far in any direction?
Give me a secret perception check with misfortune.
Perception, misfortune.
Hal, you can't hear anything bear-like, but you do hear this deep rhythmic rumble coming from the left side somewhere.
Sort of like snoring.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think Big Bumble is asleep. This is a very big think. So we should be good to explore the south side. 1, 2, or 3, folks.
Um. Yeah. Let's do that.
Hal's going to take out his rapier and start walking towards the first hallway.
Okay.
Others will ready his sling and potion and what? Hold on, bottle lightning, and then follow Hal. Sophie will also ready her weapon, her bow.
Okay. And how are you approaching this hallway?
I think torch out in front. With just sort of walking towards it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need everyone to roll me stealth at misfortune.
Privately?
This can be in the open.
South misfortune.
Oh no.
Hmm. These are some great rolls. Are these the final rolls?
Well,
I guess because
yeah.
Okay.
we all kind of failed. So, well,
Yeah,
except for
plus with
maybe Hal.
misfortune, it's
Yeah.
kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Hal and Sophie, you managed to like kind of make it just fine, but Levis, you seem to trip over something, like face plant on the rock or on the stone floor in front of you, like the things in your hands go clattering all over the floor and make a lot of noise. Um, and you hear a roar come from the left side.
Be quiet.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait,
Sorry.
Let's just go. Hopefully he won't follow. And Hal is just going to start speed walking down this hallway.
Levis, I don't think you should be in the back.
Hal,
Sure.
unfortunately, as you start speed walking, you hear footsteps coming from the left side. Do you continue moving?
Wait, footsteps.
Or like stomps, I think would be more accurate.
Bad boss.
I guess I would look back at the rest of the party and sort of see what they were doing. If they were following me or getting ready to turn towards the noise.
What's everyone doing? It's gonna have to be a quick decision. Someone might think a
I'm
6-second
following
decision.
Hal.
Okay.
Argos is looking back. And I think Sophie would be too.
Okay.
But ready to. They're
Well-
like split, yeah.
Kagos and
Hesitating.
Sophie, you see a creature emerge from the north. It is your dear old friend, Big Bumble. He's just staring at you right now. What do you do?
Sophie's supposed to be. Oh, she's a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Man, there's no animal handling check. Oh my god.
There is.
There is.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
command animal.
Which is
Oh,
basically a
okay.
nature check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Sophie's going to try to pull out food. A ration.
Okay. And what do you do with it?
Toss it towards Big Bumble, but like there. Not.
Okay, do you say anything, do anything, or you just chuck this ration at Big Bumble?
It's just here you go, easy, easy. Here you go.
Sophie, make either a nature or a diplomacy check. I'll leave that up to you.
That is the wrong person. Nature or diplomacy? Diplomacy. Nature.
So
Yeah.
the ration lands right in front of Big Bumble. He sniffs at it a little bit. You see him like give it a lick, but he doesn't actually go for it. Doesn't start eating it. Doesn't seem very interested in it, and goes back to staring at you.
Alright, Kagos is going to move. Guys. And try
Kagos,
to
the minute
creep
you
towards him.
the minute you move, you see Big Bumble's attention shift from Sophie to you.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, make room. He's still trying to slowly move that way. But he can't because there's people there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if Kagos is like telling us to move, Hal would move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hal, Levis also.
Yep.
Levis, when you move, Big Bumble seems to focus his attention on you. And so you basically move closer to Hal?
Me or Levis?
Levis. When Levis moves closer to... Does he move closer to Hal?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you kind of disappear from Big Bumble's sight, Sophie and Kagos, you see Big Bumble get a little agitated. He starts stomping his front paws, and then he's looking at the spot where Levis was a few seconds ago, and then he like keeps looking at that spot and then looking back at both of you.
I'm assuming I'm like here-ish now, right?
Yeah, Levis, you have
Yeah.
no idea this is happening.
Guys, are we going?
Yeah. I don't think he likes it when we move.
Kagos, when you move there, Big Bumble runs forward.
Oh,
We're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, this is great.
We're fighting this thing now, aren't we?
I mean, are you?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Kagos, what do you do? Also, let me say Big Bumble has run up to you, but he's not attacking you or Sophie. He just came to an abrupt halt in front of both of you, and he started sniffing at you, Kagos.
Kagos is gonna pee himself a little bit. I think it's a whole action. And then he's just gonna say, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm a little afraid. And I don't think he's gonna do anything. Because a bear just charged at him.
Sophie.
What does Sophie do? I'm actually at a loss for what Sophie would do. I didn't expect to be put in this situation.
I mean, Sophie had what, her bow ready? At this
Yeah.
point.
You guys think Sophie would have shot it as it was recharging?
Sophie would have shot as it was charging.
I mean, I don't think she had that. She does that for animals.
I don't think so either. So
Yeah,
I think
probably not
she
for
will.
animals.
I think she might ready a shot, but
Yeah.
like now she would ready a shot if Big Bumble starts being aggressive, but
Okay, I'll do that.
that's just my take though.
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe step back and then ready a shot.
When you take a step back, Big Bumble stops looking at Kagos and looks at you, Sophie. It seems like the movement is what's grabbing his attention. But yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he can't move now. It's not his turn. Well, now it is.
Yeah.
Big Bumble is going to look back at Kagos and start sniffing him.
The guy is just standing there. Oh god.
Kagos, could you actually give me a will save?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm not good at this, so this makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, Kagos, you feel intimidated by Big Bumble.
So
However, you recall that Big Bumble's previous companions were goblins.
Oh.
May have snacked on a few of them, but they were still his companions.
Okay.
Big Bumble is also going to... He's going to look at you, Kagos. If you had to guess... Actually, why don't you guess for me by giving me a nature roll? Yeah, good enough. It's looking at you expectantly. It's like it wants something. And that's Big Bumble's turn. Hal?
So I can see Big Bumble just sniffing Kagos, basically, right?
Barely. You can... Yeah, you'll probably see, like, Big Bumble's snout, like, come into frame.
All right.
Dips close to Kagos.
I think Hal would just say, Kagos, do you know how to
No.
deal with this?
No.
It doesn't seem like it's gonna eat you. Think we solved that problem. But you might want to think of something else to do. There's not really much else I can do from here. I could create a diversion. And we could slip away, but he could probably track us down still.
Yeah.
Oh, Sophie's on the wrong side.
Hmm.
See if you can, Sophie, see if you can distract him or something and get over here. And then Hal's going to take a couple of steps this way. So there's room.
All right. I am going to. Sophie's probably the most in danger, so I'm going to cast Guidance on Sophie and Forbidding Ward on Sophie. So yeah. All right, Sophie, good luck. And that's all I could do.
What does a bear want? What do you guys think a bear wants?
Food?
Tried that.
Love and affection.
Oh. Okay, Kagos will reach out and start scratching. Try to scratch his cheek.
Give me... um, give me a nature roll.
Kagos. No, that's not that. Wait. Hold on, I thought that was a 6 out of 9. We'll let it be.
Okay. Kagos, you reach out to scratch Big Bumble's... Well, the only thing you can reach right now is his snout. So you reach up to scratch that, and as you begin to scratch his face, Big Bumble closes his eyes and plops to the ground.
Uh, okay. What do I do now?
Wait, it worked?
Yeah, he laid down.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I, me either. I start scratching under his chin.
Yeah, Big Bumble doesn't really shift or move. He's just sleeping there now. But
Oh,
like as you reach to scratch his chin, he like turns his head sideways to give you better access.
oh. What do I do with the bear?
We have so many pets.
Just keep doing whatever you're doing.
Okay, Sophie, do you want to come over here? Sophie will move over.
Okay. Yeah, Sophie gets over there. Big Bumble doesn't seem to care anymore.
When do I
You-
stop petting him?
um,
This is new. I don't know what to do.
Also, Kagos, even though Big Bumble is sleeping right now, the top of his head basically comes to your chin, maybe your nose. So,
Okay.
I imagine he's not. Is he? He's not really asleep yet, right? He's just relaxed.
yes. Like he's, as you've been like scratching different places and shifting your weight, he's been moving with you.
Okay.
uh,
Okay. So story time about me. We have a cat that if you stop scratching it, it bites you or smacks you. So having trouble with the stopping part.
Hagos, do you think you could handle Big Bumble if the three of us explore the south side?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he'll fall asleep soon. I'll start just, I guess, just scratching his ear and like not moving from there. Just like,
Okay.
um, might take a while.
All right, we'll come back for you.
So, from a meta level, um, you are allowed to use the command an animal action if the animal has a good disposition towards you, in general, in Pathfinder.
Mhm.
If it's not tamed, the will save will be a higher DC, but it's still a course of action you can take if you want.
Okay.
But there are
Can I?
other nature checks as well. So if you, I think they were in that cheat sheet I had given way back in the beginning.
All right. I think what Kagos really wants to do is just to stop petting him and for him to stay there. So, okay, good, big Bumble. No, stay. And I'm gonna start trying to walk away.
Okay. Give me a nature check. Was it the 13 or the 14? Oh, that 13 was a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, as you walk away, Big Bumble opens his eyes and stands up.
Do you know stay?
do you
Maybe
issue?
give him a treat.
I don't really have treats. I mean, I guess I have rations. I could break a piece of ration off of something.
So if you want to issue another stay command, you can do that again.
Yes.
Okay. It would just be another nature check. Gets even better, doesn't it?
Oh.
You know what? Yeah, Kagos doesn't really know what to do, so that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
This time when you say stay, Big Bumble actually gets a little agitated.
Oh. Hey. Just. Hey, Sophie, are you any better at this? You don't know how to make a bear stay.
Sophie, give me a no, not
Sophie.
nature. Give me a what check would be good for this? I want to say society, but is that really apply to bears? Do bears live in society? Give me a survival check.
Sophie is trying to also
Oh, wow.
get Big Bumble to stay.
So Sophie recalls from her experience in the wild that bears can get attached to other creatures. And leading up to when you basically broke Big Bumble out, you can only assume Big Bumble has been locked in a room for weeks now. And treated fairly badly, constantly having to fight. And now it's free.
Oh.
Sophie will say, maybe we should take him outside.
Can you lead him outside?
I can try. And maybe with Kagos' help.
Yeah, we'll just wait down here with you. I think the less people, the better.
Okay. So, Sophie
Okay.
and Kagos will try to lead Big Bumble outside.
Big Bumble doesn't actually fit through that hole. It's not exactly the biggest tunnel in the world. You know,
You can't squeeze.
I mean,
How the
as
hell
it
did
is,
this bear
Hal
get
and
in here?
Sophie would have had
Yeah.
would have had to duck in places. Even
Okay.
Levis. So
So how exactly did this bear get here?
I think the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, we can't use that right now. I guess. I mean, can he follow us? Would that be bad?
We don't know what would happen if he gets spooked.
I Sophie will say, I think if he follows us, he might get scared and then attack everything.
Could you train him or something?
Um, that takes time.
Well, it seems like he doesn't, or Big Bumble doesn't want to stay here. But we can't stay here either. Gonna have to leave eventually.
Maybe we can lead him to that room with the pond and have him play with those boggart corpses.
And the water. Okay, I'll do that. Come on, Big Bumble.
Yeah, Big Bumble's following you
works.
around, Kagos.
Okay.
If you're going to the room with the puddle, I'll just drag everyone there.
Yeah.
How many people are going?
Definitely Sophie and Kagos.
I think
Yep.
Hal is staying.
Okay.
Don't want to spook Big Bumble.
I think Sophie will be out of the room. Like Kagos, since I think Big Bumble's chasing Kagos. So that's kind
Yeah,
of
Big
like
Bumble is following Kagos.
Okay. And Kagos will show him the puddle to play with and the corpses.
Big Bumble sniffs at the puddle of water, and he plops down into the puddle.
Okay, you stay there, and we'll be back.
He looks up at you and like he blows air through his nose, and you see bubbles come out through the water.
He looks
Aw.
happy.
He's just a big puppy.
so, so Kagos will try to back out of the room and close the door.
You close the door. Okay. Yeah,
that was the
as you were leaving the room, Big Bumble didn't seem to care too much, but the minute you close the door, you hear this huge splash of water, and then a roar, and the door shakes.
Kagos will
Aw.
open the door.
You open the door just in time to see Big Bumble's paw coming down
Ah,
at the door. Give me a
Sorry,
reflex
buddy.
save.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect sense.
Oh.
Kagos, you are unfortunately going to have to. Well, it's an attack roll, so there's a chance.
Oh yeah,
There's no
that's
chance.
critical.
There's absolutely no chance.
I was just get
That's a critical.
flattened by Big Bumble. Ooh.
Oh, I'm out.
Wait, that says Jaws, not paw. Is the damage different for the paw?
This
It
was a
is
paw.
different. It is different.
Okay.
I rolled the
Okay.
wrong
I
one.
would like the paw. Okay, I'm
Oh,
still.
Would you
I'm still
though?
a guy.
Would you? I'm not sure you want it. I'm not sure it makes that much of a difference.
Either way, it's still unconscious.
I will
Because
say
it's
though,
here-
I will say, even though it's a crit, I don't think Big Bumble would have attacked you with all of his strength, because the minute the door opened, he would have pulled back a little bit. So you can take half of that damage.
Okay, where was I? I was at 23. Half.
Oh.
So that Kagos half. Oh,
Wow.
hey. Sorry, Big Bumble. Okay,
Big Bumble actually
go
looks a
play.
little concerned. He starts sniffing at you to make sure you're still alive.
I'm okay. Let's go play in the water. Lead him back to the water.
Okay, Big Bumble follows you, and yeah, he hops back into the pond, if you could even call it that.
And I will, you know what? I'll scoot a corpse closer so he can have something to munch on.
Okay. Yeah, he sees you move the boggart corpse. I think we have this guy right here. So yeah, you just scooch this guy a little closer.
Okay. And then I will leave the door open
Okay.
and leave.
You don't hear him follow you.
Okay. And we'll close this door
Yeah.
on the other side.
Okay. Let me just bring you and Sophie out, and then close the door. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kagos will I'll go get the other guys. Guys, there was a little problem.
Told you it was them. I knew that roar had to be Big Bumble.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
caught closing the door and Big Bumble didn't like that. So he well, he swatted at the door and I opened it and he hit me.
Oh, that explains why you look really hurt.
Yeah, I need to take care of this. It's kind of a massive head wound. Um I'm a little
Yeah,
dizzy.
Kagos, one of your ears is kind of flopping down.
I'm a little dizzy.
His ear wasn't like that before, was it?
No, this seems new.
Is it just me, or is that same side like kind of slanted now?
I didn't notice that before, but I agree.
This is not even going to move away from this right here. Plop down and start wrapping up his wound.
All right.
See if he can treat himself with some turmeric because, why not?
Question is, did Kagos get a concussion from that?
Well, let's see how badly he
And
fails
my
this
game
roll.
froze, so
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, you keep coming and going from the players list.
oh yikes!
All right.
You might just need to refresh.
I am. I'm just
Oh.
trying to join in, and it's not joining in.
Let me kick you. I think you're still.
Oh, no,
in
I'm
the...
in. I'm
oh,
in.
okay, never mind.
Okay, back to just add one. I'm not typing it in. That's what it froze on. No, that's not. No, yeah, no, that happened.
Did you? Is the one staying?
You guys let Kagos try to treat his own head wound.
Hal's not a doctor.
I mean, no one stopped you. You rolled, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's fitting for the narrative.
Luckily, that's not a crit, but you don't succeed.
Okay, maybe I'll just drink a potion.
Might be for the best.
Yeah, just stay near the back.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, I won't punch things. Okay.
Okay. How's going to, as
Amazing.
we finish that up, How's going to go up to the door and an hour in, put his ear up to the door.
It's only 10 minutes. Well, like 20 minutes, because bear.
Hal, give me perception in secret with misfortune.
Mm-hmm.
Hal, you don't really hear anything.
All right. I think we're good to go. And he is going to open the door.
Hal, you open the door. Inside, you see 4 monuments that loom in this dark and pretty somber room. Each has a prominent carving of these black-winged angels and various style pentagrams. Burnished plaques along the floor next to each of these things bear the names of those interred within. You kind of gather that these are sepulchres. What gives you that impression is the words carved into the wall that say "Sepulchre of the Nail."
Hmm.
And in case anyone is curious what a sepulchre is, they're like fancy crypts or graves.
Okay. I was going to ask, is that a creature or?
Above ground crypt.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to carefully step into the room.
Okay.
And if nothing continues to happen, continue stepping.
1 second. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, nothing happens. You do see names carved into each of this sepulcher or each of these sepulchers. The first says Mistress of the Blades, Zara Delphine. The second one says Master of the Blades, Renton Viselli. The third one says Paravicar Yanesta. And the last one says Paralictor, Lorien Sinel. I will put all these names into the chat.
Yes, please. Um, while you're typing that out, does it look like anyone has been through here recently?
Give me uh 1 second, sorry. I think my game is freezing now. This is amazing. Oh, no, never mind. We're back. Okay. Give me a There's no investigation. That's what always throws me off. Give me a survival check. Hal, you do see some footsteps.
Okay.
Or footprints,
Where
rather.
they
Yeah.
do I see which direction they're sort of leading off towards?
It's hard to tell. It looks like whoever created these footprints was kind of walking back and forth between the different crypts.
Okay. But I don't. Do I see them like continue on around this corner or no?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, sorry. Which corner? Yeah,
D-
they
uh,
like
are-
there are footsteps that lead back and forth from that direction as well.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, there are
Um,
footsteps all over the place. Footprints all over the place.
okay. All the same track, or can I not tell?
Um, give me another survival check.
All right.
Dang.
It looks like there are two different sized footprints.
Oh. I'm going to motion for Sophie and Kagos to join me and Levis, and sort of in a low voice say, "We're not alone down here, and I don't think Alec is the only one who's been through here."
All right. We should be careful then.
Yeah. Yeah, and going to take another step sort of southward and
Okay.
take a look into this
One
room.
more thing that your survival roll revealed, as you're kind of investigating the footprints, your eye catches, or something catches your eye near this crypt right here. It looks like someone tried prying it open. You see scratches near what you think is like the lid of the crypt, and the scratches look fresh. They're not as
This is
dusty as the crypt around it.
Master of the Blades Renton
Yes.
Viselli?
Yes.
Okay. And these scratches, do they look like they would have been made with claws or with gauntlets?
Um, The scratches aren't very big.
Okay.
It looks like a tool of some sort might have been used.
Okay. But it seemed, but I can't tell if they were successful or not. I can just see the scratches.
Yes.
Okay. Looks like someone opened this one up.
Huh.
You guys think we should try to do the same?
Uh, might as well.
Think
Anyone
we
have a
can?
crowbar?
Mm, no.
No.
A
Do I have-
grappling hook, but I don't think that'll work.
You can still use the hook part of it to gain some leverage.
All right.
Are these flat or like have a statue on top?
They have a statue, like a. It's not a statue that's upright. It's kind of carved. It
Relief?
stands. Yeah, it's kind of like a relief.
Okay, so not enough to get leverage up. On
Yes.
A different one. All right. We could try, but I think with the hook and some rope, but I don't know how we can get some leverage.
And there's 4 of
Uh,
us here. We can.
Try the lift using it.
Or maybe like just push.
Yeah, it's probably loosened if it's been opened recently.
Well, let's push. Then we'll try.
Yeah. So, um,
So how many people
Alright.
are trying to open this now?
Hal is.
Uh,
Sophie,
Sophie and Levis,
probably
or,
should.
and Kagos.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, give me an athletics check.
Okay.
I said Levis, but I didn't mean to say Levis. Unless
That's
you
okay.
want
I'll help out as well.
Okay.
I mean, not that it would, be much of a use.
Well, Kagos didn't do great either.
I mean, Levis isn't known for his, his muscles. That's not what he's known for.
He's still
Oh, that's
one of the
Sophie's
strongest, though.
Yeah, I mean, Levis, Hal, Kagos, you each take your turn and it doesn't budge. But when Sophie comes and tries to push it open, I guess she puts more of her back into it than anyone else, and the lid kind of starts moving, but it doesn't open up completely.
All right.
Well, if we
Um,
can get it a little bit more, we can pull. Well, now that it's, maybe we can just hook onto it and we can all pull on the rope at once.
Yeah.
yeah. So if you keep holding it there and see if we can help you get it open further.
Yeah.
Okay.
then-
So you're basically attaching a grappling hook to the top part, trying to lever it open.
Not lever,
Yeah,
but like we pushed it a little bit, so now we have a gap
Mm-hmm.
to get it in there.
Yeah.
That we can
Now-
all
Yeah,
pull
I see.
from the
Now
other
we're
side.
getting
We can all
a little
pull
bit
from the
more
other side,
leverage.
and she can push.
Okay, then in that case, Levis, Kagos, Hal, give me a strength check.
Flat strength. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm not. Does that not work?
Yeah, it's not letting me just do a flat strength.
It just highlights it.
Interesting. Well, give me
Yeah.
athletics.
I mean,
Oh, I still get
they're the
minus
same
1.
for Kagos. So
It's not the same for Hal.
That's fine.
I still get minus 1 from armor check penalty. Oh well.
You're not strong enough for your armor.
Thought I was.
Um,
And it's-
despite the well, not great effort, you still managed to slide it open, revealing
Revealing.
a corpse.
Woo!
I mean, I don't know
So,
what you were expecting. It's a crypt, and within the crypt there is a dead body. Um, well, body's a strong word. It's bones at this point. The they're not really wearing too many clothes anymore. You see a couple pieces of like bright red fabric and some fabric that might have been black at one point, but it's so thoroughly gone and decomposed that you're just guessing. Um, Something shiny does catch your eye though. Near this skeleton's right hand, you see a stone that doesn't really look like any of the other stones.
Should I
How?
investigate the stone?
How are you investigating it?
Well, it's a question for everyone else because I could just cast was it read aura on it?
That might be a
Probably-
good idea.
Yeah, that sounds a good plan.
Do you need to touch it in order to do that, or
Nah.
good idea?
I just gotta focus on it, staring deeply at the object.
As you try to read the stone's aura, you do feel a magical presence. It feels like there's some transmutation magic involved.
Mm. Yep, definitely something magical.
Do you think we
Transmutation?
Do you think we should take it, or
Well, it was placed here. Actually, is there like dust covering this stone? Like, does it look like it's been recently added?
It looks just as dusty as everything else.
Hmm.
It's just a stone. There's no like. It's not a ring.
So it is just a stone. It's very smooth. It almost looks polished. There's a small chunk of amber, and what you think looks like a feather kind of preserved in the amber.
Hmm. Well, I don't really think grave robbing is a good thing to do, especially here.
isn't this guy the master of blades? Shouldn't there be a blade here too?
I mean, maybe
Probably.
not. Maybe they kept his blade for someone else to use.
Maybe the person who opened this previously took it. Oh,
So
wait,
as
does
you
it look like?
open,
Oh, mhm.
I was gonna say, as you open, it doesn't look like anything in here has actually been disturbed recently.
Oh. Why was this open then?
Maybe Alec opened it just trying to check, make sure nothing was actually taken.
So you said it was amber with a feather in it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I think as a player, I can hazard a guess as to what it is.
In the game, you can also hazard a guess by attempting a Arcana, not Arcana. What is? Yeah, Arcana
Well,
roll.
When I learned, well, I guess the feather tokens are just straight up a feather.
I'm not gonna say anything. It will depend on if anyone makes an Arcana roll and what the value is.
Hal is going to try to figure out what the hell this thing is.
Yeah, I think we all are actually. Well, I mean, like, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to can give me a roll. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I have a hunch.
Okay.
And Kagos looked at all those magical formulas.
Just Hal and Kagos. Okay.
I don't know any of this.
All right. Kagos, you suspect this might be a feather stepstone.
Okay. So if I know the name, do I know what a feather stepstone is?
Um,
I
it's
don't.
a talisman, um, and you're not entirely sure what the effects might be because you've never actually interacted with one. All you know is that it's a talisman of some sort.
So I think it's. Uh, I don't know what it does. I think it's a talisman that you can use to do a thing.
I think we should
Hey.
probably leave it here,
Hmm.
at least until we find Alec.
Yeah.
We
I'm
reclose the.
yeah, I'm not interested in grave robbing.
Should we reclose the thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
All right.
How are you reclosing this, by the way?
How did we like?
As it opened, it's basically completely slid off, and part of it fell onto the floor. So it's a kind of propped
mean-
up against one edge, and like the bottom edge is resting on the floor now.
Can we like all lift up and just like slide it back into place?
Yeah, I think that's what we would try to do, or maybe
Yeah.
have one person on the other side with the grappling hook to pull it as well. Probably
That
Sophie.
would actually
She's the
be
strongest.
really good. No, we do that, and then we have like a lever, and we can, like, it's its own. It's the balance part, and you pull up, and it pulls itself down because the rope's going across. Like, the rope goes from here. to
Oh,
here
I
to
see
here.
what you're saying. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out if Hal would be smart enough to come up with that idea.
Well, Kagos is. Kagos
So
is
yeah.
saying this.
Good. All right.
Problem solved.
I think I understand what's happening. Okay.
It-
Go ahead.
It's yeah. I didn't explain well.
Okay, Kagos, you're
I
the one
think we
setting this
could-
up.
Yes.
Kagos, you make a crafting check. Everyone else make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Who's missing? Is
Why
Sophie
do
also
I always
helping?
roll so poorly?
Okay. So yeah, you do manage to set this pulley system. I guess it's a pulley system. Pulley system up correctly. However, while you're lowering it down, the rope kind of slips out of your hand, and it comes crashing down onto the sepulcher, making a very loud noise first, and also cracking in half.
Fuck.
How about we put them together as best as we can and go away?
You
It
know,
should be easier to move now. It's only half.
it's in place
Yeah.
now, right? I think we should just leave it and go.
Well, let's just
I,
do the half thing. Let's
Yeah.
put them back perfectly.
if we squint, does it look like it's okay?
No.
Are they at least
so-
in the right place? They're just broken
It's-
in half.
Wait, is it the lid or is it the coffin that's
the lid
like
has split
cracked
in
it?
half?
Okay.
Yeah, as it came crashing down, it folded in the middle.
Yeah. So we just put the lid back where it's supposed to be, but broken. Nobody will know.
Yeah. Normal wear and tear.
Wait, but
It hasn't caved in yet. It's still
They're
supported
all
by
supported
the
four
sides.
sides.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah. Can we?
so we just
let's
shove the two
put it
pieces
back.
together
Yeah.
and line it up with the corners. Okay, got it.
Yep. And then
they're
we
only
walk
half, so
away.
they're easier to move now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What
let's
now?
start.
I think.
Let's go away from
Yeah,
here.
let's
So I have a question about this skeleton that's hanging out down here in the corner that we couldn't see.
Yeah. You as you step over here, it's like the first time you're actually paying attention to the area behind you. What you see there is this huge, like, it's a huge room. It stretches out actually past your, like, what you can see. Wait, am I looking at the right area? Okay, yes, I am. Along the southern wall, there are these huge relief carvings of a sunburst made up of nails. And instead of like typical flagstones, the floor is made up of headstones with names and dates. From where you are, it looks like two of the headstones are actually broken.
Can we? Can you note which ones?
Let me see what you can see. Hal, Levis. Okay, Kagos can see more. Sure. So you see this one and this one broken.
All right. We also see a skeleton.
Yes, you do. But the skeleton isn't looking at you. It's kind of standing in the corner and just looking straight ahead.
I drew those X's, by the way, to mark that they're broken.
All right. I say we cautiously move ahead a little.
Yeah, the kobolds did say there's dead things that move.
But we can't have this. This is not safe. Not safe at all.
Kagos, Hal, as you step forward, you see that it's actually not just two headstones that are broken. You also see that this one, what else can you see? And this one are broken.
How are they broken? Like they've been knocked over?
It looks they
Or are they just set into the ground and they're broken in half?
so they're set into the ground.
Okay,
And it
they're
looks
that
like they've
kinda
been
headstone.
caved open.
Okay.
Yeah, these aren't tombstones. These are like headstones. They're like flush against the ground.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so these are like graves where they're buried
Yes.
vertically. Okay.
Yes. They're parallel to the ground.
Perpendicular.
Parallel.
Parallel to the
Ground.
ground would be horizontal. Parallels.
You're talking about different things.
Oh.
Robbie, you're talking about
I'm
the
talking
bodies.
about the body. Yeah.
I was talking about the headstones.
Yeah.
You think these skeletons are
I do. I kinda.
But we go this the other way.
I kinda wanna. And I start slinging my sling around a little bit, just slowly.
Okay.
Undead. These undead are blasphemous. They should not exist.
And I let go. Aiming at this one.
All right.
Can I also say with that I could also cast Disrupt Undead?
Well, you you didn't do it before Hal or before Kagos fired, so you're gonna have to wait
Try to kill
because
time.
Okay.
we're gonna be rolling initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a lot. That's way more than I thought. All right.
Wait, that's actually
Um.
not all supposed to be there. I don't know what half of these creatures. This is from when I was setting it up before, and I forgot to delete the extra creatures. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, there's
Oh.
extra creatures. Oh, thank God.
It's just been set
that
up
was
that
that
way.
was a lot. Also, since I'm starting this combat by actually slinging something, do I get to sling something first?
We shall see. Okay. I've removed the extra participants.
That's better.
Oh
it though?
boy.
Is it
Not
really?
really. No.
Kagos, you do get to make. So who are you aiming at?
That one.
Go ahead and make an attack roll
But I am outside the 20-foot range.
of your sling.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that
I'm
is
within the
unfortunate.
40-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
How's that work again?
I believe it's at misfortune.
No, because that's
I think
not
it's
what
a
Oh wait, there's a
static
drop off. Yeah,
minus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a drop off.
you'll have to see what it is. I don't recall what it because each weapon
It's
I think
either
has a
2
different
or
drop off.
5. It's like -2 or -5. I don't remember which it is.
I think it's. I feel like it's -2
Range,
because it
range.
keeps
-2 for
dropping off.
for
Yeah.
each increment. It's -2.
Okay, so -2 to this roll. So 13. That's a sickle, but it's the same attack.
Okay. The roll isn't showing up for me for some reason. I see it on the observer screen, just not on my screen.
Hmm.
I just rolled from the sheet, so
Yeah, I mean the observer has it, so it's probably my client. I don't want to refresh, but I might have to. Give me a second. I need to refresh.
Man, we laboriously avoided one fight just to immediately start another.
didn't realize Levis was that hard on about undead things.
The god that I worship.
Okay.
It's like Levis has been waiting for this opportunity forever.
I mean, this is why, like when we were fighting the skeletons before, I was adamant about getting rid of them all
Hmm.
until they ganged up on me.
Kagos, you don't hit. However, you seem to have caught the skeleton's attention because every single one of them turns to look at you. We're now going to begin combat.
Okay.
Right.
That was
Good thing
so
we
Hell
had the
Knight.
weapons drawn already. So Hal is going to just sort of. What's the distance looking like here? They're 40 feet. Okay, we're just going to stride 10 feet, stand right in the middle. Going to set up a dueling parry and and I think that's it.
Okay. Hal, could you remind me whether you're wearing the Hell Knight training thing?
I am. It's like tied around, like my belt, basically.
Okay. You hear. I'm also gonna delete a bunch of these duplicate skeletons. I'm just gonna use one initiative roll for all of them. Make it
All right.
easier.
Oh, you
You
choose the highest.
of course.
Obviously.
Hal, you hear something come from the darkness just beyond your line of sight. Let me see. Yeah, you just hear that. And then these skeletons.
Wait, so I just hear a thing, not any words or anything?
You can't tell if words were spoken or not.
Okay.
But these skeletons start moving, and Hal, they walk straight past you. This one goes to Levis. This one.
Wait, you're not supposed to do that.
goes to Levis. This
What?
one comes over here and then steps around and goes to Levis. This
Is
one
that a door?
goes
isn't there a
here. It steps through its teammate. And
No, right here.
yes, that is a wall. It still goes there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And this one goes right there.
Why are they all getting up on me?
And the unfortunate thing is that only took up 2 of their actions.
I feel targeted.
Yeah, well, they saw you. But they're not going to attack right now for some reason. Sophie, it's your turn.
Sophie will hunted shot. Wait, how's that actually work? What's the thing Sophie does? Hunt prey.
Hunt prey. Yeah.
Which is an action, not an action.
It's an. Could you throw it out there? I believe it's not an action. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an action. You just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then hunted shot is 2 shots for the cost of 1.
Yes.
So she will do that. And the second one, does it get the multi-attack?
Yeah, it'll get the multi-attack penalty. So your first one does not hit. Your second one also does not hit.
Okay. So that's 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
She will keep shooting, I guess. Which short bow is reload 0. So multi attack 2.
That actually does hit.
Okay. And damage.
Okay. Takes that damage. Wait, did I do that right? That can't be right. Oh, that is right. Sophie, you managed to kill the skeleton right in front of you.
Wow, that was okay. Easy.
Let me turn on all their health bars. Give me a second. It's gonna take me a minute.
Well, now she's not standing beside one, so that will be her turn.
Whose turn is it? Kagos.
Kagos. Kagos is thinking. I didn't realize I had 2 turns in a row. he just shot a sling. So you know what? They are very close, and he
I'll
saw
put
how
you.
easy Sophie took one out. So he will punch the one in front of him.
Oh, good. I was waiting for that. Kagos, you don't hit.
He will punch again.
Okay. Still don't hit.
Oh, shit. I don't want to throw a potion for these. So you might as well just punch again. It's not going to go well, but yeah, that's.
Oof. Well, Kagos, as you go to punch, you overstep a little bit and fall face first onto the ground. You are now prone.
Oh. Alright, that's his turn. I gotta find the prone.
All right.
Nope, that's not it.
I'm going to target the one that Kagus was attempting to punch,
Okay.
and then cast Disrupting Undead on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says that I just deal the damage, so cool.
Ooh. Um.
Oh, it does still half that. Lame.
Yeah.
I think that's enough to kill, though.
It drops dead
Ew.
in front of you. Well, drops dead is relative. It drops in front of you.
Um. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Hal is still kind of torn between fighting these things, but figures kind of gotta. Otherwise, this is going to end up exactly the same as last time for Levis. So Hal's going to step up. Making this one flat-footed. And oh, something is wrong with my character sheet.
Oh, did the game freak out for you now as well?
Yeah. My strikes are gone. I don't have AC.
I can't even open your character sheet.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, you don't have an AC. What is happening? Could you try refreshing?
Yeah.
All of your skills are gone as well.
Oh, that's fun.
Hmm.
Could be bad.
You wouldn't happen to
Okay.
remember what your skills were, would you? In case this doesn't come
My
back.
like proficiencies.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, my proficiencies were just calculated, so it still has them marked as trained. It's just not doing the calculations.
Yeah. What's happening?
Perception, it's still working. I don't know. Okay. Let's see if I can manage to do this. I can't make a strike. I'll do this the old-fashioned way then. Slash R D20 plus it is 4 for my dex. It is 2 for the proficiency. right? Or is it 3 for the proficiency?
Should be
3
two.
for the
Is it 3 because of the
because we're level 2, our proficiency
Yeah.
bonus goes up, and then +1 for the striking rune.
Mhm. That's a hit.
Awesome. And I think a rapier is a D6,
It's
or is it D8?
D8.
D8. Okay. There we go.
You should have
It's plus strength, and my strength is 0.
okay. Okay. In that case, that skeleton doesn't look too good.
Okay, we're going to try to finish it off. So, /R D20 plus a
You can just hit up
minus.
a couple times, and it should bring up your previous roll.
It's -5 for the multi-attack penalty, right?
Yeah.
I thought yours was slightly less.
If it's finesse, it'll be -4 instead.
Oh, so that's a 14.
Okay. A 14 does not hit.
Okay, and that's my turn.
A figure emerges from the darkness behind Hal. How far can this thing move? What the? Okay, wait, that doesn't seem right. It's not applying the movement correctly. Okay. A
It's
figure
on your hand.
emerges from the darkness behind Hal. An imposing skeletal figure that looks very different from the other skeletons you were just fighting. It actually doesn't stand there, it stands right there. It has Hell Knight armor on, very similar to what Alec was wearing. A red cape, tattered red cape, runs down its back, and it's carrying this gigantic halberd. Hal, it's going to swing at you, and unfortunately, you are flanked.
Yep. Okay, I figured out what was bugging it. The dueling parry broke it.
Oh, that's weird. Is it back
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, it's back now that I got rid of the effect. So yeah, 19 is my AC.
Mine, but it's -2.
Oh, wait. In that case, I am going to nimbly dodge out of the way.
Okay. You do not see this attacker though, because you are
I
focused
am
on the
holding
skeleton.
a torch.
But you are fighting the skeleton in front of you.
Don't you see everything around you, though?
Sure. Okay.
So I don't think there's facing in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even
We'll
think
go
it's
with
a
that for
variant
now.
rule, like in D&D.
Well, that's going to apply to all situations now, which may or may not help. We'll see. It's going to try and attack you again, Hal.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. You are going to take that much damage.
All right. It's
Not awful. Now the skeletons. Okay, this one's dead. This one's dead. This one in front of you. Since Hal is the one who messed it up, it's going to turn around and attack Hal with its scimitar.
that does not hit.
Nope. It's going to attack you again.
That is a crit fail.
So as it tries to attack you, it kind of swings a little too much and throws its sword right over there. But completely unfazed, it slashes at you with its claws.
Oh boy. That does not hit.
Yeah, it doesn't. Amazing. This one over here is actually going to move. Where is it going to move? It's going to stand over its friend's corpse. Let me move this out of the way for a second. It's going to move right there. And this one, I'm also going to move you out of the way for a second. This one, it's not his turn yet. So this one moves here and is going to attack you, Levis.
Okay. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ow.
It's fine. It's just a flesh wound. But it is going to try again.
That is my AC.
All right,
Yes.
then that does not hit. That's its turn. The remaining skeleton is going to come over here and attack. Levis. It's going to attack Levis.
Oh.
Strike.
Miss.
All right, and it's going to try one more time.
Still a miss.
All right, that's the skeletons. Sophie. And these two are dead. I'm just going to hide them to make things simpler.
Sophie will. How's. I really need to read Hunted Prey. I can just switch it to hunt a new prey.
If your target dies, then yeah. I
Okay.
believe that's in the... Should be in there somewhere.
I don't think it matters because Sophie has no arrows.
Wait, Sophie didn't collect arrows after the last encounter?
She started this one, I guess, with 4.
Well, unfortunately, that's what we're going to have to go with since the character sheet wasn't updated.
So that's what I had, and I used 3 last turn because I used them before I realized I only had 4 arrows.
Hmm.
So I guess she'll do the whole thing though with the prey on. We might as well do this one.
Still have the shining ammunition, don't you?
Yeah.
That seems like such a waste.
And it means Hal can drop the torch.
Okay then. New plan. Sophie will move over here.
As you move away, Sophie, you trigger an attack of opportunity.
These are the first enemies to have those.
No.
Is that a crit? Was that a crit?
19 AC.
Okay.
No, 19 AC.
In that case, you only take that much damage.
Okay. So if he takes that damage, and since I changed my mind on the hunted prey about that one, could I have done that? I
You
wanted
still
to
haven't fired a
restart
shot yet, so...
Okay, I want to hunt the big guy
Okay.
because big guy, and fire a. We'll go with shining ammunition first.
Sophie, you hit.
Oh, this is hunted shot. So shining ammunition does damage. Does normal damage, right?
Yeah, it's just normal damage.
Mhm.
Okay. And one more shot with the regular arrow.
That one does not hit.
Alright. That will be Sophie's turn.
What's the illumination on shining arrows again?
I think it's the same as a torch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is 20 foot bright light for 20 feet.
Okay, and dim light would be 40 then.
Yeah.
I believe that worked. I think that worked. Okay. So yeah, the skeletal knight has an arrow sticking out of its forehead, which is lighting up the area around it.
Okay. Kagos, seeing that Sophie just got hit, will step away instead of stride.
So you take an action to get up and then step away?
Yeah.
Okay. However, as you are getting up, you trigger an attack of opportunity.
He still would have been flat-footed at the time.
You got lucky though. It missed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then step, and then he will throw. Wait, that's not so. That's Sophie. So no wonder that doesn't look right. His bottle lightning at the big guy.
Okay. That hits.
Damage. It includes this. Oh, nobody else takes the splash damage, so it includes it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he is flat-footed.
Yes, he is.
I have one less of those. That's Kagos' 3 turns. So, reactions.
All right. Well, might as well use it now. All right. I am going to use one of my 2 spell slots and use all 3 actions to cast heal. So in that case, everything in a 30-foot radius around me gets hit for a healing ability of 4 damage,
Mm-hmm.
and every undead gets 4 positive damage.
Very nice.
It makes a basic fortitude save. But everyone else regains 4 HP.
As
Nice.
that is a good spell.
So
Yeah.
wait, if the target is undead, you deal that amount of positive damage to it, and it gets a basic fortitude save. Well, the 3 skeletons around you don't get to make that save because they just drop dead.
Wait, I thought the fortitude save would be like the same thing with days, like
If I'm reading this right,
roll it and you do
it's
it.
you take the damage and then it gets a basic fortitude save.
But then, let's say you fail the fortitude save, what happens?
Yeah, what happens if you succeed? What's the consequence for succeeding or failing the fortitude save
Yeah,
then?
that's why I'm thinking that it's
Like
it's the same concept of days, where like if you
Yeah,
fail
the
it,
wording on
take
this is a
full
little
damage.
confusing. You deal that
All-
amount of positive and it gets a basic fortitude save. Okay, yeah, I guess to keep things consistent, I'll treat it the same as.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, here's what days is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Parrot. Yeah, so it's the same concept. The jolt deals mental damage, and then it says the target must attempt a basic will save.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming it's the same concept.
Must make a
I feel like
basic.
if they
As
just
much as I
dropped
would
the
like to
and,
one-shot.
it would make more sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll
Just
3
It gets a
fortitude
basic
saves.
fortitude save. You deal
Yeah.
unmanaged damage. It gets a basic fortitude save.
Fail, fail. Damn it, one passed.
Um, how do you know it failed? Because the spell itself doesn't specify a DC, right?
Yeah, no, it's right there. Save DC 18.
That's for days, right?
It's
Oh,
for all
sorry.
spells, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be all
Yeah.
spells then, right? Because it's going against my
It's going
spell
against
save
your
DC.
will. Yes, it'll go against your will, and that days is your will DC. Okay. I think.
Yeah, it's the alchemist that changes. My potions have their own
Mm-hmm.
different.
Okay, so this one failed and drops dead. This one
Let's
failed
go.
and drops dead. This one saved and takes half damage, but still drops dead. Um, what was
What
the
about the
range on that?
skeletal Hell
Yeah,
Knight?
is that in range?
30. Yeah.
That also needs to make a fortitude save.
It's 30 feet, isn't it? It's like I applied it to Sophie. I hope that was the right range.
That one does not save, and also takes the full damage.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm really sad though. The positive damage doesn't do double damage to Undead.
Yeah.
Kind of dumb.
But that's a pretty good spell to be able to heal and do damage.
Well, it's a
All at
3-action
once.
heal, but again, I only have 2 spell slots.
I
Yeah.
mean, you were
Um,
kind of fucked, and now you're not, though.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. So, I was planning on doing it like the turn before, but then I didn't take any damage. I was like, that's kind of a waste if I just do it now.
Yeah. So Hal is going to, after seeing all these skeletons crumple into their bony piles, Hal's going to turn onto the skeletal Hell Knight with a wolfish grin and attempt to tumble through.
Okay. Hal, you critically succeed.
Woo!
It's a good tumble.
Yeah. Slide between his legs.
However,
Going to.
however, as you tumble through, you trigger an attack of opportunity.
That's right. That is a miss.
Okay. So yeah, it swings at you, but you still manage to tumble through.
Awesome. And now that I am on its backside, I'm going to do a confident finisher.
Okay.
That is not a 13. And Hal is going to remember the time just about 20-30 minutes ago now where he told Kagos to give Big Bumble just pets, and it worked, and he was really proud of that, because he was completely expecting Kagos to be eaten and was beginning to make peace with that, but then he was overjoyed when it didn't happen. So actually it is that.
With it being flat-footed, Hal, that's a crit.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hal, you
Jesus.
managed to kill this.
Yes.
Worth it.
Oh. Yes.
And that's the end of combat.
That was in game. How it was like, oh yeah.
So Levis, you just killed all them, and then how that was cool. That
Oh,
went
yeah.
way better than expected.
No,
I'm
I completely planned that out. That was entirely supposed to happen. I expected it to go that well.
yeah.
Are you
Um,
not happy with us? We killed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we were entirely supposed to. If that makes sense. I think these guys were kind of like guardians of these tombs, you know.
Yeah. Wonder where this one came from. As I point to the this one right here.
go ahead and give me an Arcana roll, Arcana check.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's undead. It's uncanny how things can just die and then come back to life, right? Really weird.
Yeah. Where are these coming from?
I I would like to search the um Undead Hell Knight for any, see if it had anything special on it.
Okay, you search this skeleton. Its armor is honestly not very usable. Sure, it's a full set of Hell Knight armor, but it's you don't know exactly how old, but old enough to where it's rusting, and the metal actually has holes in it. Um, its halberd does seem to be in relatively decent shape, though. But that's all you really find.
Okay. It's not like one of the silvered weapons, though. It's
It
just a
does
normal.
not appear to be. Yeah, it's just a normal
Okay.
iron weapon.
All right.
Sophie is going to be talking to Kagas about the fact that she has no arrows.
Yeah.
How long does it take to fix them? I really don't want to have the conversation with myself.
um. So yeah, I guess what's the outcome of the discussion?
That we need to stop and fix some arrows.
Okay.
I would like to at least see the other end of this hallway before anything else.
That's a good plan. Sophie, just stay in the back.
Just gonna.
Yeah, Kagas will go with you.
Yeah.
Well, there's the end of the hallway. Nothing there.
Yeah, it
You
just
probably shouldn't.
the hallway ends there.
You probably shouldn't walk on the graves.
Oh, also for posterity, this one is also cracked open.
Okay. So
Um.
this one.
Hal's going to walk over to these last ones.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is like cracked open. Is there enough of it there to like read the name of it?
No, there isn't. The headstones have been pretty much destroyed.
Okay. Could I like quickly glimpse the titles of like these as I'm passing by? Are some of them like Hell Knight? Are some of them like
These don't have titles in front of them. They just seem to
okay?
be names.
Okay then.
I would like to investigate this room. What am I seeing?
From where you're standing?
Yeah.
What do you see from where you stand? Give me 1 second. You don't really see much. You see that.
I see like this stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Like, these are shelves. Um. Oh, okay. I was reading that wrong. That shelf that you see, actually has coffins that are standing upright.
Oh,
Feel like the quality of coffin just goes lower and lower each room we visit.
yeah.
Maybe they're not as important.
Maybe.
I'll step 1 square inside. I still don't see much.
Yeah, I mean, you just see more of these shelves kind of lining the south wall and like the middle as well. Aha.
Oh,
As you round the corner, you see this weird skull thing just floating in the air. It sees you.
as I quickly go
Well,
back over
unfortunately,
here.
unfortunately, before you could do that, something happens. What happens? We will find out next week.
God damn it. I fucking knew this would happen.
All right. See you guys next week.
All right.
And